Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Gemini Gem. Today is May 31st, 2025, and I will be doing a reading for Taurus. I have already shuffled the cards. This will not be a long reading. Just want to come and give you a quick message. And to all my subscribers, I do apologize. I have not been on for many months. For personal reasons, but if you're back and watching, I appreciate you, and let's jump into it. Okay. And I do have Taurus in my chart as well. So let's get some messages. Okay. So you have the Six of Swords, the Tower, Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, okay? Air, Aries, fire, and fire. Okay. The Six of Swords, I hope I didn't say Six of Wands. The Six of Swords is about leaving something behind, okay? Traveling, going somewhere. The journey may be tough in the beginning, and we can see that with the water being, a bit choppy here. But, as they sail along and, get to their destination, it becomes much easier. So whatever you're leaving behind, it's going to be hard in the beginning, okay? It's not going to be easy, but once you get to where you need to be, it'll be much easier, right? And, it's like something you have to do, you have to go through that journey to get to the other side, right? Now, something is happening where the Tower is like karmic, meant to happen. This is destruction, right? And chaotic and disastrous. Okay, these people are jumping out the tower. It's on fire. It's been hit by lightning. They kind of jump to, I don't want to say their death, but that's what it looks like, right? So the tower comes along and shakes everything up. When you have an unsteady foundation or cracks in the foundation, that tower can no longer remain solid and strong. And so when the tower happens, this is a definite meaning of you need to move on. Okay, so it's two cards talking about movement, going somewhere. The Six of Swords, and now the Tower is like you're forced to jump out, you're forced to find refuge. But again, this is karmic, and this is meant to happen to set you on the right path. Okay, it will be tough, like I said, for the Six of Swords in the beginning, but once you get on the right path, it'll be easier. Okay, then you have the Page of Wands. Pages are young, immature energies. The wands are a fiery energy. Okay, so you can see the pyramids in the background. The pyramids talk about manifestation. So, and then also the pages talk about some sort of communication coming in. Okay, this is somebody who's like very, ambitious and likes to explore. So this is something definitely about travel, kind of like in all three of these cards. And then you have the Queen of Wands. She is a very confident woman. Okay, she is like the life of the party. Everybody wants to know her. She is dominant. She's very like a go-getter attitude. Okay, whatever she sets her mind to, she will get, she will achieve. She has that very fiery dominant energy. Okay, so it seems like you're leaving something behind to go after what you want. And you'll be doing some traveling, but you have this very strong energy about you. of going after a goal, a dream, or something of that nature. Let's get a few more cards. Okay, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Rods, and then the King of Rods. There's a lot of fiery energy happening here. Sorry about the glare. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into your like abundant, very abundant. This is a woman who's very abundant, wealthy, leisurely life, surrounded by all of these grapes and all this lush green and all these pentacles, and you just really want for nothing. You're very independent, you're very wealthy, you're very successful. It took a long time. You can see the snail at the bottom. You know, the snail talks about like dedication, and you know, it takes a snail a long time to get from point A to point B, but you were dedicated, and you know, it seemed like it took forever, but you're there, right? And so now you're living in a very luxurious life. Okay, there's a lot of this card is about like people wanting to know who you are. The Queen of Rods. This is very victorious card. 6 of Rods. Everybody's patting you on the back. You're victorious. You come home from war. People are applauding you. It's a lot of recognition is what I'm basically saying. Okay, so whatever you are leaving behind and being adventurous and traveling for and going after what you want, you're going to be very successful here. Okay, again, there's a lot of fire in this reading. King of Wands, he's a this is a dominant energy too. Okay, this is someone who also goes after what they want. Could be an entrepreneur, starting your own business. Okay, definitely a leader, not a follower. Okay, and let's look at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming. Again, travel. Okay, the Chariot. You're traveling somewhere, you're leaving something behind, you're in charge, you're in control, you're in the driver's seat. This is very victorious. You're leaving something behind, and you're not, see his face, like he's not sorry about any of this. Okay, so Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated. Drop a comment if it has. And until the next time, take care. Peace.